Hi all, Renee here. I am here today to show you a haul that I just got from Stampin' Up. So first, I'm going to show you the items that I got out of the September-December 2024 mini catalog. So I'll just dive right on in. And I got all of this with the free shipping day, so it was awesome. I'm so glad that I waited to do a bunch of shopping until free shipping. So the first thing I got was the Reindeer Fun Bundle, which is this stamp set and the die set. So I'll give you a quick look as how it comes in. You get it on the sheet. I usually take these off and put them to match them up with these, but I'm also looking at some different ideas for storage because these cases are bulkier and they don't fit in the same containers that I have my close to my heart ones. So I need to work on how I'm going to do that. And then this particular stamp set, I'll just close it so you can see what it looks like. If I can get it, I got a new phone, so it kind of sits differently than my old one. And then it also comes with all these dies. Oh, I should have taken these packaging off. I am so sorry. You're gonna have to listen to packaging being removed. Sorry about that. So it comes, you can get it with the dies, and the dies, not only do they cut out these little guys right here, these little guys right here, and a bunch of the other little pieces, but they even have this extra one, which is the main reason I got it. It's a pretty big die set. So you've got this little mama and baby. We've got this jumping one. We've got this for the tree. We've got a really cool, that's this right here, and you can see in the catalog, there's a sample of using it in a card. You've got a wreath, and you've got some things here that you can put on the wreath. So once you cut it out, you can stamp some little pieces on the wreath. You've got the bells, and you've got a die for the bells. Then you've got some additional dies that don't necessarily have a stamp to go with them, but there's this 3-piece deer, and I've seen so many people making it. And I'll show you on this page a little closer. Let's see, here I go again. I can't function. It's this little guy who's peeking out there. There's one there, and then these are the 3 pieces you can see here. So, and you can also see this catalog online. I will have a link down below to Stampin' Up, and you can just go to the mini catalog. It also comes with some presents, and then this is a bow with a ribbon for the presents. This is really cute. This is Christmas lights you can use. Just a lot of fun. And I like to store my dies with my stamps. So until I figure out another solution, I'm going to glue a magnet sheet in here, and then I'll move these dies into here so that they're all together in one place. So that is the first item that I got out of this particular sweet collection that's called Reindeer Days. Then I got this, really intrigued me. It's the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And you can see here, oops, let me do this. You can see here that it was used in this card. But I thought of all kinds of other ways to use this particular embossing folder. And I also want to try using it with some of my white core paper. Because I think it would be really fun to do the embossing. It is a 3D embossing folder, so it's quite thick, the embossing that it does. But I thought it would be fun to emboss a piece of paper that has a white core and then use the sandpaper, sanding block to sand it down, so then you'd have all the white where all of the embossing came through. So I thought that would be really fun, so I'm going to try that out. And then the last thing that I got from this particular suite is the paper, the Reindeer Days paper, and I will take this out and show you. They come in these papers, and what I'm going to do instead, let me see if I have one I can show you. I got these on Amazon. Jay Mamalmi was the one who turned me on to these. And I'm really liking them. So I'm going to put this paper in this for my storage. So let me show you the paper. It's 12 by 12 paper, and it's double-sided. You get 2 of each. So there's front and back of that. Isn't that adorable? Now I think that some of these papers may cut out with the dies, I think. So let me grab let me grab the dies again. I don't think it's on this particular paper. And just so you know, I just got this. It just arrived, so I haven't had time to really play with stuff quite yet. So we will test it out. Okay, pretty sure it's not this paper. So we'll go on to the next paper. Really pretty trees. Now this paper is not as thick as the cardstock, but it's still a pretty good weight. So you got trees on one side, and then sweet little deer with the little trees on the other side. I love this plaid. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, here's this one. I'm wondering if this die here, and the best way to get your dies, let me show you. Best way to get your dies off of these cards is to lay the die down and then pull the paper away from the die so you don't bend your die up. So let's see if it's this. Yes. So you can die cut those two little guys out of with this die. So that's a really, I love that, really neat additional feature that I've noticed with the Stampin' Up! Dies. So there's that. And then there is, I'm trying to keep these papers from falling. Okay. Then there's, let's see, that's one side and there's the other side. So pretty. This will be great for cards. I love this because you could cut these lights in a strip. You could also use it in scrapbooking pages. Cut that right down the middle where the light is, and then use that as a decoration on your cards. Oh wow, these keep going. There's a lot of paper here. And then this is the little deer that I told you. You can make the 3 pieces and make your own die cut deer. So cute. And then presents. This reminds me of some paper that Close to My Heart had years ago. Anyone else? And then I wonder, let's see if this cuts this guy. I think, does it? It sure looks like it. Yep, I think this cuts this guy. Yep. Yep. So you can cut out this deer from this paper with this this die. So very fun. I love that additional ability because it's kind of fun sometimes to use some of these designs on cards and, well, and scrapbooking as well. And that way you don't have to fussy cut them out. So really, really fun. So that's the reindeer days. Then the next things I got was this Nests of Winter bundle that comes with stamp set and the die. I wasn't going to buy this, but then I saw someone make some just absolutely beautiful cards with it, and so I just had to have it. Now, this is a red rubber stamp. So this will be sort of new for me. I have used red rubber stamps in the past, but not much, and they were early on in my stamping. I've always been a clear see-through stamper girl. So these go on the backs of these to show you what the stamp is. I've got to learn how to do that, and I'm sure there's videos. But there's that. So this is the red rubber stamp. So I'll close this so you can see what it actually looks like. And my understanding about the red rubber is that the stamps that are more detailed or have more shading in them are the ones that are going to be your red rubber stamps. And the red rubber allows them to give you a better impression with all of the detail that you've got going on. So this is the Winterly Treetops die set. So pretty. I can't wait to use this background die. And you can see, let me move some of this out of the way. You can see in the samples that they've used it and they've cut it out a couple times from different colors and then just layered it to really give it a neat look. So I'm looking forward to playing with this and doing that. So it does cut out this bough. It cuts out these birds. It cuts out this bird. It also cuts out this sprig right here, but you get some additional sprigs here to use, plus that background piece. So you get a lot for the money that you have to spend. Now these are, I'm not going to lie, they cost a little bit. And that's why I could only get a few, because I don't have unlimited funds, unfortunately. But that free shipping, that helps so much. The next time they have free shipping, I did post about it in my Facebook group. So if you're not in my Facebook group, link is down below. All I ask is that you answer a quick question about how you spend your crafty time. That's so that I can keep the bots and other bad people out. So just make sure you answer the question. There's no wrong answer. The only wrong answer would be that you don't answer it at all. Or your answer is just ridiculous and makes no sense. So there's that. But then the next thing I got is they have this take a bow, because it's made for making bows. There is a die. I didn't buy the die, but I really love the paper. I thought this paper would be so great for making cards. It is 6x6 paper, and you get so much. This is $12.50, and you get 48 sheets of this paper, and you get a lot of each one, and it is double-sided. So there's that one. Then you get these stars and red, green, let's see, green and red, two types of green and a red dot, some really pretty leaves, some red stripe, some green, red, and white stripe, and then the dot. So I really thought that this would make some really good cards. And with 48 pieces of paper, I'm thinking you could make probably double that in cards. So I'm gonna be playing with this, and I will come back to you and let you know what I have made. Then this particular stamp set here, this Shepherd's Care, this has been on my list since this catalog came out. And I'm so glad I was able to pick it up. It does not have dies. So if you wanted to use just the shepherd, you would have to fussy cut, but it's really not that complicated. My thought was, I always design my Christmas cards about a year in advance. So my thought is that I will use this for my Christmas cards next year. I love the sentiments. It is also a red rubber die, so I'm going to get a lot of what shall we say, practice with red rubber. So there's that. So really looking forward to using that one. Then the last thing that I got that was sort of kind of from the catalog, but not really from the catalog, is I have a Paper Pumpkin subscription, and every 3 months they have a die that goes with the next 3 Paper Pumpkins. So this one will go with October, November, and December. So I went ahead and got the coordinating die. Now I have no idea what the Paper Pumpkin for October, November, or December is going to look like, but I can tell from this that it's going to use he's going to use these dies. And I love this tag. It has a dotted feature around the edges. This says Mary, and then this is a really pretty, almost like a fern. So I'm looking forward to, this is like a little sneak peek of what will be in the Paper Pumpkin. So looking forward to that. And as soon as I get the Paper Pumpkin, the next one, I will go ahead and do a video for you and show you that. So that's everything from that catalog. So then I went and I had some additional items that I wanted / needed from the main catalog. So let me show you what I got there. I got this complete set of Layers of Beauty. I have a whole bunch of ink pads that I rarely ever use, but I thought this would give me a way to use those ink pads in a really easy way. So I got the Layers of Beauty stamp. So I'll show you that stamp. It is a photopolymer, and this is what stamps are in there. I love the You Make My Heart Smile. I just think that that would be so wonderful for the kind of cards I make for Operation Gratitude. So I got that. I got the dies that cut out excuse me, that cut out everything in the stamp set, except for the sentiments. It does not actually cut out the sentiments, but there is a tag in there, so I'll have to see which sentiment would fit on the tag. I should have gotten these out before I started this video. My goodness gracious, this is difficult. Okay, so we've got these dies, and I'm really excited because the one big one, let me take it off so you can actually see what this big die looks like. If I can get it off of there. And this is another reason I want to put them on the magnetic sheets, because I don't want to have to go through this every time I want to pull out a die. So look how big this is. So it will cut out this right here. Now we've got some smaller ones that look like they could cut out some of the others. Let's look at the stamps themselves. Okay, so this is this big one. So I got it upside down. That cuts out. Okay, I have obviously going to have to work with this a little bit to figure out how it cuts it out. But we've also got this one that I think might cut out just a part of one of the flowers. So really, really fun. I'm going to stick those back on there. And I should probably put it back in its slip so that I don't lose any of these dies. Let's put it back in here real quick. And then the other thing that the reason I thought that this would be really good to use with my ink, all the ink colors I have, is that also you can get these masks. And the masks help you do all this coloring just with a blending brush. So I'm really excited to see how these work. Let's see. So we've got 5 masks, and they are really thick. They're actually very, very thick. So I'm going to have to do some playing around, and it looks like it has a little notch so that you can line up all of your masks as you go along to do all your flowers, to do your leaves. Really, really fun. I'm going to have to play with these and see what I can create, because I think these will make some really beautiful and will they fit? Yes, they will fit inside the case. I think these will make some very beautiful cards. Oops, I missed one. In a quick manner, so I can make a lot at a time, because when I make the cards for Operation Gratitude, I try to make quite a few. They go through a lot of cards and they need them. So if I've already got all of the colors out, my die cut, I can just do an assembly line and go through and get everything done. So I'm looking forward to playing with this. So let's see what else. Then I picked up some thick white cardstock. There's regular white cardstock, and then there's the thick white. I bought one package of this a few months ago and tested it out, because as if you've been watching me for any time, you know that I really liked using the close to my heart cards and envelope packs. Well, Stampin' Up doesn't do A2 size cards in a card and envelope pack, but this is designed to make the card bases, and I feel really horrible saying it, but this makes a card base that is so much better than the ones I've been using from Close to My Heart. It's much thicker. It allows me to use liquid glue without having any kind of bubbling or any kind of waviness, which liquid glue is so much more economical than trying to use tape runner for everything. So I'm really excited. So I went ahead, I bought 4 packets of these. And there's 24 in here, so you can make 48 card bases from one packet, and one packet is $11.25. So that's a really good deal for very high quality card bases. So that's what I got from here. Let's go to the next page I've got marked. Oh, here I got a new bone folder, and I got some cutting blades. Now, I got the Close to My Heart. So this is the bone folder. It feels really nice. The bone folder I've been using, I really like it, but it's starting to chip on the end. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's starting to chip on the end, and it is scratching some of my papers when I'm trying to fold them with a nice fold. So I got the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while now since I got it. I'm loving it so much. I have done so much cutting that my blade is starting to show a little bit of wear. So I got a multi-pack of the blades. You get 4 blades for $13. I mean, that is such a good deal. So I got these 2 guys. Then, let's see. Oh, I wanted one of these. I am so shocked at myself that I don't have a brayer. I have all kinds of ideas in my head for how to use a brayer, mainly with the embossing folders, put ink on it, then emboss. But they've also shown here in the samples how to use the brayer called block and roll, where you mask it off with masking paper, use some different colors to make some background paper. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the thing I like about this is it has these little feet. So even if your roller has ink on it, you can sit it down and it's not going to get ink on your surface because the little feet hold it up. Then when you want to brayer with it, you flip it over and make sure the feet are up when you brayer. Genius. I don't know who invented that, but they're a genius. Okay, so on this one, oh, some embossing powders. I was really pleased to find that close to my heart, that Stampin' Up! Does the Wow embossing powders. These are some of the best embossing powders I ever used, and seeing them in the catalog, I was so excited. So I got, I'm running low on a few, so I got the gold, let's see, the metallic gold rich regular, the polished silver regular, and the metallic copper regular. So that was one set. That's their metallics. And then the basic, I got clear black, well, primary ebony, and opaque bright white. So really fun. I really like using the clear when I use pigment inks, but the other thing you can do is you can stamp with a regular stamp color, then you can stamp, clean your stamp real good, then stamp with the Versamark and then use clear. It won't be quite, at least in what I've seen, it's not quite as vibrant, but it does work when you don't have either a pigment ink that's the color you want, or you don't have an embossing powder that's the color you want. You can do it with clear. Just do the double inking technique with the Versamark over your regular ink, but just make sure that your stamp is really clean and dry before you do that. So there's those. Then I got this. This is what I was so excited. I'm so excited. I love markers and I love I love coloring. Now the next ones on my list to start collecting are the Stampin' Blends. These are alcohol markers. I do still have my tri-blends, my Spectrum Noir tri-blends, but eventually they will run out and I will run out of ink in them and they're not refillable. So I did pick up the Stampin' Write markers. These are different. They're water-based markers. And the ink they use is the same ink that's in these stamp pads, and they're refillable. Bonus. So I went ahead and got all 4 packs, so 40 markers total, of the basic markers. So I got the neutrals, the regals, the subtles, and the brights. Now, if you've never used these, they are dual tip. So let me grab just one of them and show you. They are dual tip, and it tells you right on the marker which is which. So this is the brush end, and this is the nib. Now the bullet nib is a 0.5, so it's pretty small, which is nice. And then this is the, let's see if I can get it in the camera. Oh, I'm having so much trouble. That's the brush tip. And I have a black one, and I like it a lot. So I was really excited to go ahead and get all of these colors. Now I do still need to get the end colors because those come in a separate pack. But my want was much greater than my checking account. So there's that. So I got the 4 sets of markers. So really excited to have those. Then excuse me, I had already picked up the Neutrals 12 by 12 cardstock, and I love it. So what I decided to do is you can get an assortment of 20 sheets, so 2 of each of the 8.5 by 11s of each of the colors and each of the color families. So for the subtles, I went ahead and got the 8.5 by 11, and somehow I ordered 2 packs. I don't know. And I've already set up, let me show you, I've already set up envelopes for each of the colors, and these are really cool. If you're looking for these, just send me a note, and I can find out how I can share this, because it is the color of the paper, it is all of the hex codes and everything that you need to be able to use it, to get it on your computer as well. If you're doing something like that, say you've done some sentiments that you've created and you want to print them to use on your cards, this will give you the hex codes for that. And then this is also where I'll store each of my colors. This one's for Azure Afternoon. So I won't go through each of the colors, but you get 2 of, is it 2? Yep, 2 of each of the colors in 8.5 by 11, and the cardstock is such a nice weight. So I got the subtles, and then I also got the, let me pull this over, I also got the brights, so I'm really excited to use some of these colors. I got the Regals, which I was waiting patiently because I'm just about finished with the paper pumpkin from September and all of my alternative cards, all my extra ones that I made from all of the leftovers. And I really needed some Cajun Craze paper. Cajun Craze is in this particular pack. Now, the reason that I didn't get all of the colors in a single pack of each one is because I know for myself that I tend to gravitate toward the same colors all the time. And so I wanted to just get a sampling, and then I could see which colors I used a lot of, which brings me to Night of Navy. I use, and this is one of the neutrals. Night of Navy is in the neutral pack. I have already used almost all of the 12 by 12 that I ordered. So I got a pack of 8.5 by 11 because I am finding myself using this so much. So much. Another thing I got in the neutrals is I got the Stampin' Ink refill bottle. So if you get the inks separately, they're $5.50. If you get them in the bundle, you pay $4.95 for each one. So my goal is to get the re-inkers. Let me grab them. Is to get the re-inkers for all the color families so that I have them both to re-ink ink pads that I have, which so far I only have Night of Navy, but also to re-ink my markers, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using these markers a lot. As a matter of fact, I even moved my marker storage right onto my desk that I sit at all the time, so that I can grab them whenever I want to color with. So it'll be nice to be able to refill them anytime. So if you were wanting to get re-inkers for everything, I would suggest doing it as the bundle, because it is a lot cheaper, only $4.95 as opposed to $5.50. I mean, 55 cents is 55 cents, right? Then I got both the 24-26 and the 23-25 in colors. So I got the packs of those. And with these, I think you get more of each color. Let me see. I think you get, is it 3 or 4? Yeah, you get 4 of each color. So that's really nice. I'm going to put this back so I don't lose it, because I got to move these into my plastic sleeves that I've already got started for them. And then I also got a pack of basic beige. I still need to get some very vanilla, but I'm kind of holding off on that because I have a huge amount of the cream color from Close to My Heart, which is very similar. So I want to use up some of what I have before I buy more of that. Same thing with the basic white. I have so much of the white from Close to My Heart that I'm probably not going to need to buy white for quite a while. And the thick heavyweight cardstock, the white, is different than this white here. So there's that. Now that's everything that I got from the catalog. I did pick up a couple other things. I picked up, this was on the clearance. It's the frayed ribbon. This stuff is so soft. I'm so looking forward to using this on some projects. I'm sure you could tie a bow with it. It's the softest ribbon I have ever felt. And you get, let's see, I think it says somewhere on here, it's a pretty big roll, 5 yards. So that's 15 feet of this ribbon. I can do a lot of cards with that. And then I needed some snowflakes. I've been searching everywhere for these snowflakes. My Christmas cards this year, my husband had a great idea to put some snowflakes on them. So let me see if I can find something so you can see these snowflakes. There are several different sizes. So let me just put some out. You can kind of see, and they're kind of like a rubbery feel. So let me pick it up carefully and see if I can show you that a little better. So they're kind of hard to see, but they're so pretty. So I'm really loving that. And they come in a really nice plastic container that snaps shut. So I'm really happy to see that. So that is everything that I got from the 2 catalogs, everything I picked up on the free shipping day. I got so much here. There's stuff all over the floor. It's everywhere. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I've been gabbing long enough. If you have any questions about anything, please leave me a comment down below. If you have any comments about anything that I picked up and anything that you would like to pick up, feel free to leave that down below as well. Please join my Facebook group if you haven't already. And also leave me a thumbs up. That would be so helpful. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would so appreciate you hitting the red subscribe button. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I'm really close. So I just would appreciate it so much if you like what you're seeing. So with that, I will let you go, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be my full paper pumpkin for September, which you're going to love it because there are so many things I made. So with that, I will see you all later. Bye.